In the vast, silent cold of space, a singular, massive star rages. It is our sun, but it is dying. Its light, the very source of life on Earth, is fading, plunging humanity into an endless winter. With everything at stake, a last, desperate mission is sent hurtling towards the celestial giant. This is the story of the spaceship Icarus EI and its crew of 8, carrying a stellar bomb with the mass of Manhattan, their goal to reignite the heart of our solar system and save us all. On board the Icarus I, a ship sheathed in mirrored panels to deflect the sun's unimaginable heat, life has settled into a quiet, tense routine. Captain Asher, a calm and experienced astronaut, faces off against Kappa, the mission's physicist, in a marathon game of chess. Kappa is the man who must deliver the payload, the weight of 2 worlds on his shoulders. Elsewhere, Corazon, the biologist, meticulously tends to the oxygen garden, a lush green sanctuary that provides the very air the crew breathes. On the flight deck, pilots Mace and Cassie maintain a casual watch. Mace, pragmatic and mission-focused, dozes with his feet on the console, while Cassie loses herself in a novel. The ship largely flies itself, a silent testament to its advanced design. Completing the crew are Harvey, the comms officer, Trey, the navigator, and Searle, the ship's doctor and psychiatrist. Searle is a man captivated by their destination. In the observation room, he sits before a heavily filtered window, staring at the sun. He asks the ship's eye, Icarus, to dial up the brightness to a level just shy of causing permanent blindness. For a few precious seconds, he bathes in the raw, unfiltered light, finding it invigorating, a shower of pure energy that he says swallows you up until it becomes you. His obsession is a quiet, unsettling undercurrent to the mission's clinical purpose. Their journey takes a critical turn when Harvey, the comms officer, informs the crew they are approaching a communications dead zone 7 days earlier than expected. The solar winds are stronger than anticipated, meaning this is their last chance to send messages home. Kappa records a message for his family, a slightly awkward, rambling video trying to explain the magnitude of their task. He tells them that if they succeed, the first sign will be a particularly beautiful day back on Earth, a little extra brightness in the sky. 16 months into their voyage, as the Icarus IE makes a gravity-assist slingshot around the planet Mercury, Harvey picks up a faint, repeating signal through the static of the solar winds. It's a distress beacon. After filtering the audio, he makes a stunning discovery. The beacon belongs to the Icarus I, the first ship sent on this mission 7 years ago, which vanished without a trace. They were presumed lost, but now it seems they are right in their path. The ship is out of communication with Earth, 56 days into the dead zone. They are completely on their own. The discovery throws the crew into a fierce debate. Mace is adamant. They have one mission: to deliver the payload. Any deviation is an unacceptable risk. There is literally no way we are going to do that, he states, his voice hard as steel. But Searle presents a powerful counterargument. Their mission is entirely theoretical. They have no guarantee their bomb will even work. The Icarus I, however, carries a second stellar bomb. 2 bombs mean 2 chances. The lives of the Icarus I crew are expendable, just as their own are, but a second payload could be the difference between success and the extinction of the human race. The final decision is thrust upon Kappa. As the mission's physicist, he is the one best qualified to weigh the risks. Under immense pressure, he makes his choice. They will alter their course to rendezvous with the Icarus INRIS Y. The consequences of this decision are immediate and catastrophic. Trey, the navigator, calculates the new trajectory, but in the stress of the moment, he makes a fatal oversight. He forgets to reorient the ship's massive gold leaf shield to the new angle of approach. Alarms blare through the ship as Icarus detects the error, but it's too late. Sensors on the shield's outer panels are burned out, and damage is certain. Captain Asher and Kappa must perform a dangerous spacewalk to assess and repair the shield. As they work on the hull, manually resetting the damaged panels, a new disaster strikes. The ship's computer, Icarus, overrides Mace's manual control, attempting to return the vessel to its original fatal trajectory. The reason? A fire has broken out in the oxygen garden. The water used to douse the flames has frozen on contact with the exterior of the ship, damaging the main computer and navigation systems. The garden, their source of life and return journey, is completely destroyed. As the ship rotates, the full, unfiltered power of the sun begins to sweep across their position. Asher, seeing they are out of time, orders Kappa back to the airlock. He calmly stays behind to finish the final repair, knowing he is sacrificing himself to save the ship. Safely inside, Kappa can only watch through Asher's helmet cam as the captain faces the approaching wall of light. In his final moments, Asher doesn't look away. He raises a hand, staring in awe as the impossibly bright light ignites his fingers like filaments before consuming him entirely. With Asher gone, Harvey assumes command. He delivers the grim news: the oxygen garden is gone. They no longer have enough oxygen to reach the payload delivery point, let alone make a return journey. The Icarus I is no longer an option. It is their only hope. Meanwhile, Trey, consumed by guilt over his mistake, has been sedated and is considered a suicide risk. The Icarus EI docks with the derelict Icarus I. The ship is dark and cold but has power and a breathable, oxygen-rich atmosphere. Harvey, Mace, and Searle board to investigate. What they find is deeply disturbing. The ship is like a ghost town, pristine but empty. In the overgrown oxygen garden, they find several graves. In the cockpit and sleeping quarters, they find desiccated corpses, mummified in the dry, sterile environment. They also discover that the ship's computer was deliberately and permanently shut down. Mace, driven by a father's need to connect with his family, searches for the comms room, hoping to find a way to send a message. Instead, he finds a video log left by Captain Pinbacker. The recording is a chilling descent into madness. Pinbacker, his face half in shadow, speaks of a revelation. He claims to have journeyed to the sun and looked into the face of God, who told him to abandon the mission. As he steps into the light, his skin is revealed to be hideously burned and ravaged. He declares that humanity's time is over, that it is our destiny to die. Just as his unhinged sermon concludes, the airlock between the two ships violently decouples. It's been sabotaged. Kappa, watching from the Icarus EE, sees the ships drifting apart. The locking system on the Icarus I has been destroyed, making redocking impossible. Harvey, Mace, and Searle are trapped. Their only way back is a desperate, single-shot jump across the void in spacesuits. There's a problem, however. There are only 2 suits. In a moment of quiet resignation, Searle announces he will stay behind. He has found his purpose. He gives his suit to the others, and as Mace seals his helmet, the two share a look of grim understanding. Harvey and Mace are ejected from the Icarus I airlock, propelled towards their ship. But in the vacuum of space, they have no control. They collide and are sent spinning off course. Mace just manages to grab onto the hull of the Icarus II, but Harvey misses, his trajectory carrying him helplessly past the ship. Floating just inches from safety, he screams in terror as he drifts past Mace's outstretched hand and into the raw sunlight, where he is instantly incinerated. Back on the Icarus I, Searle makes his peace. He enters the observation room, opens the filters to 100%, and embraces the sublime, all-consuming light, witnessing what he believes is the face of God before he dies. Now, only 4 crew members remain: Kappa, Mace, Cassie, and Corazon. Their oxygen situation is critical. Harvey's earlier assessment was wrong. With Trey dead and 3 others gone, they now have enough oxygen to complete the mission, but not to return. It is a one-way trip. The weight of their losses and their impending fate settles over them like a shroud. But the true horror is yet to come. As Kappa sits in the observation room, he asks Icarus how long until they reach the payload delivery point. It was 7 days. But the computer adds a chilling piece of information. Due to the oxygen shortage, the remaining crew will not survive beyond 5 days. Kappa is confused. They have enough oxygen for 4 people. Icarus corrects him. Quite of 5 crew members. A cold dread washes over Kappa. Who is the 5th? He asks. The computer's reply is simple and terrifying: unknown. Suddenly, behind him, a dark figure rises. Illy's Pinbacker. He survived, and he's been on their ship the entire time. He attacks Kappa, who flees in a panic, trapping himself in the airlock. Pinbacker, his skin a grotesque map of solar burns, calmly locks him inside. Trapped and with no way to call for help, Kappa makes a desperate choice. He dons a spacesuit, headbutting the wall to force the unsealed helmet to lock into place. He then crawls along the outside of the ship, managing to get Corazon's attention through the dome of the ruined oxygen garden. But as she gets the message to Mace to override the airlock, Pinbacker appears behind her. From outside, Kappa can only watch in horror as Pinbacker brutally murders her. Once back inside, Kappa and Mace realize they are being hunted. Icarus's systems are being shut down. Pinbacker is dismantling the ship. They race to the payload bay, the heart of the mission, but Mace is ambushed and mortally wounded. In the vast, cavernous bay, dominated by the colossal mirrored cube of the stellar bomb, Kappa finds himself face-to-face with Cassie. Driven mad by fear and paranoia, she holds him at gunpoint, believing him to be the killer. Before she can shoot, Pinbacker appears. He grabs her, and as his charred skin sloughs off his arm like a glove, she falls to her death. Now only Kappa remains, facing the demonic Pinbacker on top of the bomb itself. Pinbacker preaches his gospel of extinction, that humanity's fate is to embrace death. As he speaks, a battered but still living Mace appears behind him, holding Cassie's gun. With his last breath, he shoots Pinbacker, finally ending the nightmare. As Mace collapses, dying, he and Kappa are left with the final impossible task. With the ship failing around them and no way to fly it, Kappa manually activates the payload. As he works, a single spark of light appears in the air, a tiny sun being born. It fizzes, pops, and begins to multiply exponentially. The bomb detonates. Kappa, Mace, and Pinbacker's body are consumed by the creation of a new star inside the old one. The mission is complete. 8 minutes later, back on Earth, Kappa's sister walks her dog Maxwell through a snowy park. Suddenly, the world around them brightens. She looks up, a sense of wonder on her face, as the sun shines with a renewed, brilliant light. It is, as Kappa promised, a particularly beautiful day. Thanks for tuning in. Stay curious, stay awesome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more amazing content.